Yes. Still listening to the Smasher Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. The station is bridging cultural diversity with music and information. Your number one bilingual community radio station here in Michigan. My name is Idris Oluwatobi, still here in the studios, and our special guest is in the studios, Q10. Q10 is in the building. Q10, how are you doing today? All right. Say hello to the people in Radio Land.
What's up, Radio Land? This is Q10 and 1Flame LLC. What's happening, y'all?
All right.
Happy to be here.
All right. We're so glad to have you on the show, too. And yes, we'll just get straight into it. Now, who is Q10 for our audience who don't know you? Just introduce yourself.
Good question. Q10. I am.
Can you speak into the microphone? I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Q10 is a creator. I love being around music. I love being around anything that has to do with being creative and expressing music, visually, and audibly, obviously. And I guess my path has taken me into many different places with trying to keep that vision and that goal alive.
All right. When you say your path takes you in many different places, can you tell the audience what you mean by that?
Oh man. Well, I'm actually from where I grew up in Kokomo, Indiana. Shout out to the Mo 765.
Hey.
I grew up there. That's where I guess cut my teeth with hip hop, and that's where I really learned to enjoy music, the type of music I like doing. Definitely through just the influences around me, and then my parents being a big influence with that, and my family members. That big shout out and to my big uncle that just passed away that supported me, JP. Love him to death. That's probably one of my biggest influences with music. So through those things, growing up in Kokomo, and realizing that I wasn't going to be able to reach some of the things I wanted to reach in Kokomo, I was able to, I had every opportunity I could to get out and do it. I took it. So that took me to Florida. That took me to all over the United States in some fashion or form, whether it been me just helping out with stage production for different things, running house engineering for big venue events and different things. Just being around music, being around creative people, jam sessions, making beats, and working in different little studios, freelancing and things like that. And I'm talking big and small. So
wow, it seems like you do a whole lot of stuff in the music industry, man. It's like a title will not just producer and songwriter and CEO. It does not even fit the whole array of things that you do. Before we move, talk more about that. You said you started doing music at the age of 13.
Yeah.
And then it got serious. Things got serious around 16 when you got signed. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, because a lot of people don't have that break into the music industry that early.
Well, let me. I'm gonna clarify a couple things. Like, at 13, I started taking music serious, and then at 16 years old, there was upstart record label in Kokomo. And shout out to 3JR, Omar, in the Mo. He had a 3JR Entertainment. So he started. It was an older mentor of mine. He started. It was actually a Christian hip hop radio, or Christian hip hop record label at that time, and he was building a little stable of artists, and he signed me as an artist / producer at that time. And so he came to my house and talked to my mom, and it was like, I want him to, I want to groom him, I want to build him up into a producer because he saw the potential in me. So it wasn't anything real flashy or nothing like that, but it was like somebody actually taking me serious enough to sit a contract in front of my mother and me and saying that I want to invest some time into you. So
wow.
That's what that was. So
Yes, we still have Q10 in the studios of Horizon Radio, 104.3 FM. Oluwatobi is here in the studios too, and she will be delivering the weather forecast at 40 minutes after the hour. I am still here. But before we move forward with this conversation that we're having with Q10, we're going to be listening to Charlotte from the Room 5 here on Horizon Radio, 104.3 FM. Don't touch that dial. All right. How are we doing so far?
that's cool, man.
All right.
Yeah. Was that kind of what you was looking for?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not really looking for it. This is just a platform for people to express themselves.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So yeah, what song are we going to be looking at?
Let's do this one was I'm trying to think. There's two in particular that I want to make sure we get in. Are you looking at it now? On the
his flash drive. What is it going to be called?
One of them's called Anymore, and then there's an actual single that's actually out right now.
The hard drive. See hard drive there. All right, go now. Where is removable F, I think.
Yeah.
So
okay, so Anymore song, a revamped song, Wave. That one is one of the songs, and then
so what's the name? What's the title of that song?
Anymore.
Okay, and then we're gonna be listening to which other one?
The other one is scroll down. I just put a whole bunch of stuff. Wasn't sure how.
Oh, this that's all of it.
That's all of it?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh no.
Or are there anything in there? I don't know. Where is she supposed to find
Supermoon.
Yeah, scroll.
Okay.
Double click. Oh. Okay, go down. All right.
Quantum Love.
That one.
That's the actual instrumental single that I have on all platforms right now. Okay. And that's an instrumental album that I'm gonna be putting out. So, but that's the one single that's out right now for it. So Anymore is an actual song with lyrics, then the rest of the project is instrumental.
Okay, so all right, what I'm gonna do right now is you're gonna tell us about Quantum Love, right? Which one are we playing? Extended?
We can play
we're playing this one extended, or we're going to are they the same or the 1, 2, 3?
You can play the Quantum Love extended.
Okay. Pull that. Put it on.
And
play something else. Okay. Yeah, cool. So you know where you start.
And I don't. It's a long track for an instrumental. I don't know how long you want the track to be.
Well, we'll just
let it ride.
Yeah, let it ride. We'll let it ride, and then we'll come back.
Okay. And then Anymore is the one with the lyrics on it.
Okay.
So I didn't know what you wanted to do.
Yeah, we'll do the instrumental first. So we'll let your producer side shine first.
Okay.
Let's talk about
This project is gonna be a little bit to explain because I got the beat site where I sell beats for hip hop and rap and all. This project is more lounge music, background stuff that I want to get in film and stuff like that.
Okay, good. Good. All right. And we are back on the Smasher Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. My name is Idris, and we're always in the studios, and our special guest Q10 is still here. Q10, how are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm feeling good. I feel blessed.
All right. Now we're gonna be moving on. Yes, Florida. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Florida.
Man, there's a lot I can say about that. But the
A little closer to the mic, please.
yeah, the real deal was like Florida was the escape. I love where I grew up, and I appreciate the lessons I learned and everything like that. But it was kind of like I had to get out of Indiana for more reasons than one, you know. And so I had the opportunity to go down to Florida with my mom and really try to chase my dreams and everything. So when I moved down there, I really didn't have I didn't know where to start, but I knew I wanted to make music. I knew I wanted to further myself in that passion. So a friend that I met down there like invited me on a tour.
Okay.
To Full Sail University down there.
It's a popular name, university, you know.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't know nothing about it. Like I literally came out of from being in the basement with friends freestyling and playing beats off a karaoke machine. So I didn't really know about studios and nothing like that, or the ins and out of the music industry by that point. So when I took that tour with my friend, the lady saw my eyes as I was walking through the studios and seeing everything, and she was like, "Are you interested in coming here?" And so I was like, "Man, I would love to," but I knew I had to admit I wasn't the best high school student, and so my grades, I was a little nervous about my grades. So she was like, "Let's just take a shot," and she said I can get in, and so my mom, of course, who wanted me to go to college, she was like, "You better go." I'm like, "You got an opportunity to go, so go." So that was like it was by accident. I even got into Full Sail, and from Full Sail, that really that was like the rocket ship that kind of like sent me on the path, you know, to all the different avenues I went into, and it was the first opportunity to really take myself serious with my music. So Florida was kind of like boot camp for in every sense of the word, as far as like testing my resolve for doing this music and everything. Getting myself together academically to where I can pass classes and everything. Being able to get to school, because I didn't go to school with no any scholarships or nothing like that. So there was times I was sleeping on the bench waiting for classes and everything, because I didn't have a dime in my pocket and everything. In classes sometimes they had 24-hour blocks. So you can have a class during the regular time of the day, and then you can have a class at 3 a.m. sometimes. So like there was times where I literally would have to be, I was homeless out there waiting for class. So it was just that test, you know what I'm saying, to see if I wanted to really do this. And for better or for worse, you know, I appreciate my time there, and through that I got to do internships.
All right.
One of them I gave you was the internship with Sinbad.
Oh wow!
Like I got.
Hey, I met that guy at the ASCAP Expo.
Yeah.
He was pushing a magazine called Amalgamation or something like that.
Yeah.
His daughter was on it,
Oh.
and she was a singer too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I found out Sinbad. He used to kick it in Kokomo when he was younger.
Oh,
which
wow.
was really cool. Like the park that he said he used to go hoop at was like the park where I grew up around.
Oh
wow! Studebaker Park.
Big shout out to Sinbad. He's a really nice guy. You can it's very approachable.
Yeah, he kept us laughing the whole time. Man.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but it was like internships like that kept coming around, and the thing about it, the teachers kept on telling us is like, when opportunity happens, don't say no. Oh, wow. So like I just kept on like trying to get myself involved in different things. So I got to do internships through the school like that, and then I got to do some stuff for Disney. Got to be a part of some TV projects, stuff that wasn't that like necessarily about audio recording.
Yeah.
But it was about just being around the music industry. Like I said, anything that I could do to just stay around it, I've been. I've always tried to take advantage of. So through that time in school, it just kind of like got me prepared for the crazy stuff that I was doing outside of school.
All right, Quantum Love. Now tell us a little bit about this instrumental.
Okay, so a big dream of mine, and my goal is to be able to do music for film and do music for movies, and really get my stuff out there. So if anybody knows any films or projects out there that they need some music,
I do want to give a quick shout out to the Mid America filmmakers. If you're listening right now, Q10 is here for you.
I would love.
You should check them out. They're cool dudes.
Okay, yeah.
And guys and girls. So
yeah. So real quick, this is the first single for my instrumental project. Kind of pushing that direction of my music. A lot of people that do know me, they know me for producing hip hop stuff, and on my website I produce beats like more for artists and different things where they can buy it, or at least beats and everything. But this project isn't necessarily for anybody to rap or sing on. This project is just kind of really like to showcase my creative sound in that direction.
So it's like easy listening stuff.
Yeah. Some chill music. Kind of my roots with my mother. Like big shout out to my mom.
All right.
This is like I guess my homage to that, because I grew up around my mom playing a lot of smooth jazz and different things, but I kind of put my own spin to it. Like this is a hip hop, electronic, neo kind of like soul kind of stuff. So this track is called Quantum Love, and it was the first single I put out. It's on all platforms right now. Quantum Love by Q10, and it's the first of many things I want to try to release to the world soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Quantum Love by a special guest here, Q10, on Horizon Radio, 104.3 FM. Play this song for Toby. All right. You still want something to drink? Or we have Sprite, Coke, water?
I'm good, man. I'm
You're just sipping it slowly.
Yeah. I'm chilling, man.
All right. What about your daughter and your son?
Yeah, those are
something to say?
Oh yeah.
Tell you soon as you get something. Right. You're still listening to the Smash Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. And the song you're hearing in the background, the instrumental, is by our special guest, Q10, in the house. A little bit of easy listening, jazzy stuff for you. We hope you like it. And it's on all platforms, so you can purchase them. Right?
This one is on all platforms. Tidal, Spotify, any major platform, Apple Music and everything. Go out there, check it out, listen to it, vibe to it.
Yep. More music coming your way on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. Don't touch that dial. All right. So do you work with a team of people?
Yeah. So I'll get into that.
So I'm going to ask you about 1Flame. And then we'll move on.
Yeah, 1Flame had some different eras. Kind of like I started out by myself, and then I had a partner, which I still work with, but not really involved. But and more, and then we were developing a group called 2310, which artists, one of the artists that's on the song there was going to be playing. And so like we was the idea was to create music, similar ideas to create producers, not necessarily artists. Like a powerhouse. And so, but we went in that direction with the artists that they really wanted to work with me. So, spent like a year developing the group 2310, and they migrated to big things too. So, all right. And I got some friends in Florida that's actually making noise right now. And so like if I told you about there's several different acts that's out there on their own that's doing things that's in the industry right now. One of the big things I've always been into was working with artists, working with musicians with my music. And from that, I got a lot of friends and everything that's just been kind of really supporting me.
Well, for me, it's just like when I started in 2007, there were no platforms in the Oakland County area. Like a radio station that just says, come over and let's talk about you, let's talk about your song, let's play a song. Let's play your song to our audience and have them listen to it. So when I came back with my third project about 3.5 years ago, I was approached by this radio station and asked me if I wanted to help them out with that radio. I said, let me think about it. It took about 6 months, so I joined them, and then it took about another year or so. It took about another 6 months before I started, calling in artists to come in and come talk, but it didn't pick up that well. But then, as time goes by, I know so many other artists, and I speak to a lot of people, and I started having them come over, and she would have, cross paths.
Yeah.
And they started coming to the show, so I started booking people.
That's what's up. Would it be possible to record live on my phone?
You can do it. You can do whatever you want on your phone.
Okay.
You can do whatever you should. Start to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, Toby. We're getting back on. Yeah, it's okay. All right.
What up, y'all? So get some live in on the 1Flame page. Out here at Horizon Radio, Smash Hit with Idris. Get it in for a bit.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Y desde la onda Aglo, el Smash Show, los éxitos de 7 a 9 de la noche por Horizonte.
You're still listening to the Smash Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. My name is Idris Oluwato is here in the studio of Horizon Radio, getting ready to give you the weather forecast and help you plan your weekend. Yes, we've been having some crazy weather here in the Michiana area, and Oluwato is going to help you with that in about 3 minutes. Yes, we start a special guest in the studios, Q10. Q10, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right.
All right, and we just listened to one of his beats. One of his easy was a song. This is a song. This is not a beat for sale. So, and we just listened to that. And right now, we're going to continue with the conversation that we're having. So, Q10, 1Flame. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And I mean, you have a whole team around 1Flame that you're working with. Just let us know a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'll say yes. 1Flame is so I started 1Flame in high school, like the idea and the conception of it, like doodling in your notebook, you come up, you got dreams and ambitions and everything, you go pan out. So 1Flame started in my heart back in high school, and the concept and everything. But over the years, the 1Flame team and the supporters for 1Flame has grown. I've had affiliates and different musicians and really talented artists and singers and everything that has.
Well, you did say it has evolved from being a record label songwriters and singers to a record label of producers. So
Well,
tell us about that.
It's what I like calling it is a production company.
Right.
But we so out of Full Sail, I had a friend, a good friend. Shout out to Mark, Mark over in Cali right now. He really he took on the vision with me and everything, and he dedicated a few years with me to help bring out 1Flame and anything and everything that we could do with it. And so it was me and him as partners, and we made some moves that people didn't think we would be able to make.
Hey, like what move?
We've been balling on a budget, man. A lot of the stuff we did was crazy because we were working from different parts of the country at one time. We started developing a group called 2310 out of Kokomo while we was in Florida, and really just in that time it was like a season of honing our crafts and just being immersed in the music. So and getting that group seasoned and really groomed to be able to take on the world. So we were doing music videos, we were doing photo shoots, we were doing recordings, professional recording sessions and things like that, and then just kind of being the managers and trying to get them shows and stuff in Kokomo and things like that. And so again at this time, me and him were we broke.
Oh, wow.
We were broke. For the most part, we we were trying to make something happen out of nothing. So we was grinding like the whole group, like even the group we was trying to produce. So like we made sacrifices. We were living all together. Me and him and some other musicians in Florida. We were helping other groups out. Like at that time, it was just like a whole collective of guys. And as much as we were grinding and everybody not having no money, we was having so much fun just coming up with music and being creative together. And building relationships with other cats and stuff like that.
So where is 1Flame right now?
1Flame right now had to evolve. 1Flame now is kind of going back to the vision of what I originally wanted to do was have a production company and put together a group of producers. And so I still have that dream and for right now, 1Flame is going back to the basics and me kind of like pioneering that role.
Okay.
Selling my music online, getting online, being able to lease tracks and doing what I have to do to kind of keep things moving. 2310, they're still moving. Shout out to the old boy Envy. They're making some moves. Y'all need to check out them. And then my brother Mark, he's out in Cali. He's doing his thing and all that. So right now, 1Flame, in a sense, is me right now. Just going back to grind mode and working on getting foundation of what I really wanted to do back.
All right. We're 3 minutes ahead. Our weather forecast right now, or which will be is going to deliver the weather forecast. And we're still talking to Q10 in the studios of Verizon Radio 104.3 FM. We will be right back after these messages and the weather forecast. Don't touch that dial.
This is your weekend weather forecast on Horizon Radio. My name is Lua Toby, and tonight it will be partly cloudy with a low 66. Tomorrow it will be mostly cloudy with a high of 84 and a low 69. And on Sunday, there will be rain with a high of 77 and a low 60 degrees. Keep listening to 104.3 FM, Horizon Radio.
19:40.
Kenia, gran variedad en dulcería mexicana.
Right.
Así como
So,
paquete de cheques, paquete de biles,
okay, where we're gonna take it now.
internacionales, cobertores por catálogo,
Elkhart, because you talk a lot about Kokomo. Are you based here in Elkhart County?
Yeah, I'm here in Elkhart.
Okay.
What got me up here was my family growing. So coming from Florida back here, but like man, there's so much because in that time after Full Sail, I was living in South Carolina doing music stuff. I moved out to Las Vegas. I've been all over like part of different movements and everything like that. And then the job with the I don't know how you want me to.
Well, I'm not. All I'm gonna say is, so yeah, you talked about Kokomo, Florida. So what brought you to Elkhart? Okay, so that's nice. Okay, so you can leave that. Yeah. Okay. and then we're gonna talk about the next song. What is the next song anyway? Again?
Anymore.
Anymore. Toby, you have to be here. You can't keep running around back and forth. Don't bring that pop back. Don't bring anything back to you. Thank you.
Abierto de 8 de la mañana a 9 de la noche, los
That
7
is,
días de la semana.
what is that? Just right out there.
And that one has kind of like an abrupt stop.
Okay. Oh, not. Oh, well, which one do you work with?
Oh no, anymore. It's cool. And then the rest of them are kind of like tracks that are on the website.
So which one would you prefer us to play? Because the next segment, like I said, is the Billboard Top 10 Countdown Show. This is the segment. This is just the hour before the Billboard is going to get to do this.
Okay.
So which of the ones that you prefer us to play after that?
Oh, after that? Oh man.
19,
Can it have samples in it?
Tiene problemas con su lavadora.
Oh,
La
okay,
secadora
cool.
no funciona bien. Antes de comprar
Everyone
una
was kind of chill, so
Luis
let's
Lucio
do
puede
a
ayudarle, especialista
time
en
check.
reparación de lavadoras y secadoras. Contamos con repuestos
Yeah, okay,
originales
that was a little
y
bit more
especializamos
All right,
en
it'll come out
la
after
Para
that.
mayor información, llame
Yeah,
al
Midwest Wavy. That's another one.
We'll see which one they go with.
Recuerde, antes de reemplazar su secadora y lavadora,
Alright.
consulte a un especialista. Luis Lucio, 574-747-7786.
Oh, you love me? Oh yeah.
Right.
Actually, you love me. Play that.
All right. 45 seconds.
Todos los lunes especiales de tacos, además tortas, burritos, quesadillas y los fines de semana carnitas y delicioso menudo. Y si de surtirse se trata, San Juan Market tiene todo para tu cocina. Además, abarrotes, frutas y verduras y en la carnicería cortes frescos y suaves. Este jueves recibe el 12% de descuento en todos nuestros productos. Abrimos todos los días de 9 de la mañana a 8 de la noche. 922-04 Goshen, Indiana. Para mayor información, 574-534-0777. Productos frescos y suaves en San Juan Market. Y aprovecha martes y jueves y grandes ofertas.
Iris te trae la onda Anglo Smash Show. Los éxitos de 7 a 9 de la noche por Horizonte.
Yes, you're still listening to the Smasher Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM, and our guest is still in the studios, Q10. Q10, how are you doing, sir?
Good, man. Good.
And you've talked a lot about Florida and, traveling a lot and, doing your schooling in Florida and everything. So what brought you back to Elkhart County? What is the story behind you now in Elkhart County?
Man, the quick version. I'm gonna try to swing this around. So, to answer that question, the number one thing was my family was growing. That's basically it. I didn't really have it in the plans to come back to Indiana myself, but my wife, me and her grew up in Kokomo, and our family's up this way too, and everything. So as our family was growing, we wanted to get back around some support and everything like that. So that's originally what got me back to Indiana. That's the quick answer of it. Music wise, everything was popping in Florida, so but what the outcome of me moving back up here was me really having to focus on myself, focus on 1Flame specifically, and focus on the needs for 1Flame to grow and everything, because I've done a lot of different things in the name of the art.
And now many of our audience may not know too. I think you do some kind of work for some not-for-profit here, popular not-for-profit in America. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So fast forward, moving up here, and so actually, yeah, this is a really cool part. My big dream and my big goal in life was two things: to do my thing in the music, and everybody has that dream of blowing up and all that kind of stuff. But the other part was to come back to Indiana and and give kids an opportunity to do music and be involved with art, that art form, in a way that I couldn't do it. And I thought that I was going to have to do that by being famous and making a ton of money and everything.
Or starting a foundation,
right?
Stuff like that,
right. So
which is not bad.
yeah, that would have been that. I mean, that's still a goal. No, but so that was my thought, and part of me coming back up here, I was like, man, I ain't do it the way I wanted to do it. But a really dope. One of the things that tied us to Elkhart specifically was my wife. She worked at a radio station here. She interned at the radio station in Elkhart called Fusion Radio several years back.
That's WLFQ.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that radio station.
Yeah. So my wife, she was interning there, so she had some ties here, and then of course, like I said, I had some family up here that worked for Lippert, and so that was what got us here. But our good friend, shout out to James Taylor.
You know James Taylor?
Yes, sir.
Oh, B-boy Apostle.
Yeah. He actually did a joint. He rapped to one of my tracks.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
1020 the B-boy Apostle.
Yeah, we actually met, and my wife actually got hooked up with him on the radio station, Fusion Radio, when we was in Tampa. We met in Tampa, and that's what got her up here. So yeah, shout out to James. So James, when he found out I was back up here, he was working at the Boys and Girls Club here in Elkhart County, and he was like, I think you could do a lot of good things with the Boys and Girls Club, and so he wanted me to try to apply and come on and teach kids how to do music. And so fast forward, I got in there and I started working with the teen program, and then that evolved into last year becoming the media and performance arts supervisor. Where we at the Boys and Girls Club there, I teach them how to make beats, I teach them how to write lyrics, teach them about like proper vocal recording.
Now, is this going to be rolled up around all the Boys and Girls Club nationally, or is this just something that's happening in Elkhart County?
That would be off the chain if we can blow it up like that. But yeah, like the goal is to just take it as far as it can go.
So this is just in the county, Elkhart County, or in Elkhart City one, or is it in Goshen? Is it in Middlebury? Or where is this program?
This program right now, I'm running it at the Elkhart Boys and Girls Club at the Brian and Janelle Brady Center in Elkhart. And like the hope is to be able to model this somewhere else as well. But right now we have a production studio at the club. We also are able to shoot videos, and so the kids are able to take the music that they record, and we can shoot music videos if we want to. Amazing. And we also run a TV show of our own there, and the kids, they do that, and then we have partners that come in and they teach the kids how to sing, how to play guitar and everything, and we do dancing.
Oh wow! you're really into a lot of stuff. Now, before we wrap up the show, what is in the future for Q10, One Flame, and all these stuff that you doing?
Oh man, my hope and my goal, my dream, um, number one is to keep doing what I'm doing with the Boys and Girls Club in some capacity in the future, like the kid continue opening up opportunities for kids to do what to do this. So that's number one. Number two, I want to I want my big dream is to just hear my music being played and be involved with filmmaking with music because that's my other love is to see create visual things. So being able to incorporate my music in the filmmaking into just creative outlets into that and being able to create music that creates a mood like the project that I'm that Quantum Love is on is about mood music like to make people feel, you know what I'm saying? So like when they listen to it, it's something that you can sit down and vibe to. Music saved my life, you know.
Wow.
And so it saved my life because I had stuff to listen to that took me to a different place when things were crazy. You know, I don't want to get too deep on it, but like Kokomo, I had to pull the Fresh Prince. Get out of
yeah.
Because
I'm going out there Florida.
yeah. So like in that time, like before that happened, everything was about surviving when I was in, and so like and music kept me sane enough to be able to make that move. So my goal is to continue to do that and to provide that for other people, a way to escape, a place to create music and enjoy music.
All right. We're almost out of time. We would like for you to introduce this next song of yours. It's called Any more?
Yeah.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about it.
So Anymore is a song that just resonated with me and my friend John, my little brother, one half of 2310. Me and him made it a while back, and I revamped it, and it's just a song. It's one of those songs that you make, and every time you listen to it, it's like, man, we should do something with it. So I'm actually going to put it on my project, the instrumental project. So it'll be the one song that has lyrics on it, and it'll be an opportunity to kind of showcase my songwriting skills. A lot, like I said, most people that know me, they know me for my beat making, and a few know me for my songwriting skills. So it's an introduction to that too. So hopefully I'll be dropping some more music and everything in the future. So I hope everybody enjoys it and gets something from it.
All right. Without further ado, this is Anymore by Q10. Take it away, little Toby. There we go. All right. Thank you so much.
Please believe I need my time to suffer. I'm the couple of tears and they my heart tougher. Sleeping out my daily round without
All right.
your eyes burn through as I move through the crowd without my head on
Are we able to get one more track?
Yeah, we can get one more. So now we're gonna do which one now?
Let's do something fun. Either let's do You Love Me. That's an instrumental. This is something that would be kind of like on the website too, so I just kind of say that into the website.
We're out of that, but we'll let it go. It's okay. We'll just let it go. So, yeah. Sorry. All right. And how long ago was this?
I just redid the track this year, but we actually recorded it.
ID first.
LEGFI 104.3 FM Radio Horizonte, la voz del Ocean.
Y se trae la onda Anglo, el Smash Show, los éxitos de 7 a 9 de la noche por Horizonte.
All right, and we are back in the studios of Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. This is still the Smashes Show, and we have our guest in the studio still, Q10, in the house here in the studios of Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. And he has another song for us too. You Love Me. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
So this is a beat actually. Like I said, my main thing is producing. I love making music, and this is more like towards the style of music that is on my website, where I actually release beats. www.1flamemusic.com. You go on there, and this is for like the singers, the rappers, and everything. But this one is like it's something a little bit more fun. Just one of the things people say is that once you hear my whole catalog of stuff, like I got different styles and everything, and so this is just another kind of just a good vibe kind of track. So a little bit more upbeat, and everybody that hears it, they like it. So I figure I'll drop that one, y'all, let y'all check it out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is You Love Me by Q10. And thank you so much for stopping by today at the studio of Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
We hope you come back soon. 104.3 FM Horizon Radio, You Love Me by Q10. Take it away, Toby. Yeah, James Taylor, some connection right there. I know.
Yeah.
Does he still make music?
Yeah. As far as I know, like I just saw him here recently. And he was actually DJing the show.
Oh wow!
So for another friend, you know Sonny Cruz. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, but yeah, Sonny is another connect man, but he was DJing the show and everything.
Oh wow! It's been a while. Well, I guess if you still do music, I'm gonna extend an invitation for him to come over to this. Yeah. There's a Living Faith Fellowship like connect right there.
She was the Living Faith.
Okay. All right.
That and 2 James.
Wow. So you must know Billy then. Billy Frisbee.
Yep, I know Billy.
All right. And Excalibur, Alex. He was here a while back. He was on the show too. And they had Jay Wild from their record label too on the studio. I mean, come to the show. And I'm gonna be having a lot of those on my live music too. Yeah. We used to work together a while back. I used to sing on that track. So,
Okay.
yeah. This is cool. I like it. Not like something that Jay-Z's gonna freestyle on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is more like for like the artists and somebody to write some lyrics to and everything.
Did they get breaks? Did we make sure they get breaks? Okay, good.
Hopefully they make it last.
It's okay. We'll clean it.
It's like, again, it's like tracks that you can listen to and have in the background and everything kind of just ride it out to you. But that's what I do, man.
Cool.
Try to make some stuff that people probably haven't heard. And blend it. And like, I don't know, how much time do you?
Oh, if you don't want to, if we don't want to do the rest of this, we can just jump on to the next segment. The next segment is the Billboard Top 10.
Okay. I mean, it's up to y'all.
Oh, we're
It's
just,
about ready to cut.
it's okay. We'll just let it ride. So, and then can you make sure when this is done, you remove the flash drive. It's K. Where is that? Can you go to the local? Is it E? No, F. You remove it properly. You remove it properly. Take that one out. You should start doing that already. Oh no, you play whatever you have so far, and then I want to play that. Okay, go ahead. This is still Smash Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. We have had so much fun with our guests in the studios, Q10, in the studios of Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. And you've listened to some of the songs. And we hope that he come back later when he has some projects or whatever he has to announce to our audience here on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. Thank you so much for stopping by the studios.
No doubt, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity.
All right, we're moving into the next segment of the show, the Billboard Top 10 Countdown. And as Toby gets loading the music, she'll be playing some songs. And then, I'll see her guest off, and we will jump into the Billboard Top 10 for this week. This is still 104.3 FM Horizon Radio with Victor Black with a song titled Friday. Take it away, Toby. All right, can you remove that safely, please? Thank you so much for stopping by.
Cool, man. Hope it was.
Yeah. it was cool. It was perfect. I'm gonna stop the broadcast right now. 104.3 FM Horizon Radio. The station is bridging cultural diversity with music and information. Your number one bilingual community radio station with Q10 in the house, producer extraordinaire, and we listen to some of what he has to say and some of his music. So feel free to support Q10 and the website again for your beats are
www.1flamemusic.com.
1Flame Music
One Flame.
Stay tuned if you're still on the radio. 104.3 FM. We're moving to the Billboard segment. And yes, more music coming your way on Horizon Radio. The station is bridging cultural diversity with music and information. Don't touch that dial. Where did you get this song from, Toby?
Huh? I found it on the internet.